if you could offer some advice to a young permaculture designer, young ecological designer looking to get into professional practice, sort of looking to get into this professional design world, what advice would you offer to like a young designer?
Oh, let's see, that's a good one. I think, let's see, a lot of different things. I think, I guess, become really good at some particular thing. I keep saying that, I guess, a lot to folks, but, like, you know, you got to be a generalist, but you got to be a specialized generalist. You got to have some, I mean, I guess the two ways of meeting some success in the field seem to be either being a really good organizer and kind of a very good generalist with the whole picture and putting a lot of things together, or still being a generalist, but having a very strong focus of expertise in a particular thing or group of things, and knowing how those interact with other things enough to bring them to the table and be useful. Oh man, that you leave with that you're really darn good at, like, some aspect, like whether it's soils or, you know, tree crops or, you know, whatever it is, aquaculture, you know, what you name it, just like some specific thing, not something broad, because there's already a lot of us running around there with a lot of broad knowledge, and like we kind of need to create this whole new system where we have specialists. We're not specialized specialists, but we have specialized generalists. You know, so getting a real serious expertise in something, and also, of course, knowing a bit about a lot of different things is critical. So, I mean, I guess that means making sure to apprentice with particular experts, getting to knowing how to use a wide variety of tools competently. And I think that's where we're lacking for that in a big way. That, like, and when I say tools, you know, I mean that very broadly, but like people need to know how to use lots of different tools if they're going to do anything very useful for people, I think, or for systems.
Totally. It seems like what you're saying is right on in terms of, in sort of a collaborative framework. In order to collaborate effectively, we all need to be able to speak the same general language and have like a shared general understanding. But then if nobody can dive into the specifics, then we won't get to any great depth.
Definitely.
And we want the specifics not to be everyone having the same specifics. We need complementary specifics.
Right, exactly. We need to share the world, you know, the problems that we're dealing with are complex.
I would say that working with a mentor who has experience, I mean, folks like David Jackie, for example, you know, who've done a deep and thoughtful study of design and then have the experience of many years. But I think that gaining from their experience and wisdom is really valuable. And working with a range of different people will give you a good perspective on the different aspects and how different people do it, and that's always going to be very helpful.
Yeah, so really looking for and connecting to those mentoring people in the permaculture community.
In the permaculture and potentially other communities, because there's certainly plenty of people who have evolved good design processes for their context. And I think we need to be open to looking outside the permaculture community, but permaculturists who are involved in design will also obviously bring some very specific approaches that would be helpful.
First of all, how long do you feel like you've been working professionally in this way where you've had to collaborate with other people?
Right from the beginning. I mean, I've been working in the field for 25, 30 years, so collaboration is really inherent.
maybe something you would say to a young designer, especially a young permaculture ecological designer who's looking to get into a professional practice, and sort of knowing that they're going to need to collaborate. What advice would you give to them?
Stay calm, be open, really pay attention to others and be, listen. Be honest. If you don't know something, say that you don't know it. Be really clear in your communications. Set schedules and expectations of your team.
Huh.
So that it's really specific about when you're expecting a certain product from someone. And be ready to adjust, because it never goes according to plan.
Okay, thank you.